What is going on, guys? In today's video, we're going to be reacting to Paul Saladino's Day in the Life of Eating. This came out a little while ago, but there's something controversial in here, and we'll probably get to it. I think it's towards the end of the video, but we're just going to react to the video and see what he's doing now and how healthy he's being and what we would rate his diet. And obviously, I love Paul. I listen to a lot of his good podcasts with doctors around the nation that believe similar things like we do, in terms of animal foods are the base of the diet, and they should be the base of the diet because they give you all the nutrition. So without further ado, let's just start up the video and just see what he's doing here, see what he's eating for breakfast, see what he's eating for lunch, etc. So let's go.
Is what I eat in a day, 2026 edition. I'm gonna show you guys everything I eat in a day. I'm gonna take you through every gram of protein, fat, and carbohydrates. I'm gonna be honest with you, I've added some new stuff to my diet recently that I'm gonna show you in this video. Stuff that you might not expect me to eat, but I'm always trying to be healthier, I'm always trying to feel better, and I'm always trying to...
Is he gonna eat that raw? Is he going for the raw steak there, or what? What are we doing here, Paul? Please say you're gonna go for the raw steak. I think that would be awesome. Let's see though.
Eat as varied a diet as possible while kicking as much butt as possible at the same time. At the end of this video, I'm gonna show you the full calorie macro what I eat in a day. So let's get into it. I'm gonna begin by showing you what I eat first thing in the morning, right when I get up, before I go to surf. Let's go. First thing I do in the morning is I start with a glass of water. I have reverse osmosis water, and that is what I mix my creatine into. It's important that your creatine is pure, third-party tested, and there's a trick here that I wanna show you guys if you get bloating from creatine. Make sure that your creatine is fully mixed. You don't want to be drinking gritty creatine at the bottom. You want enough water to mix 5 grams of creatine. You're going to need at least, there's a warmer creatine, a trusted source. If you want your creatine to be better absorbed, you want to take it with carbohydrates, with 50 grams of honey or some fruit juice. And the last thing, there is some evidence that shows that if you take creatine after a workout, that might improve its effectiveness slightly. It's not a big deal. Got improved. So what's in the smoothie? You got raw milk, frozen wild organic blueberries, grass-fed whey protein, some Oregon's raw organic glyphosate-free honey. I'm gonna put a pinch of sea salt in the smoothie, and that's what I do. So.
Okay, to start off, this is breakfast, and honestly, this is pretty solid. So the raw milk is gonna be extremely hydrating, electrolytes, minerals, getting good calcium, which is good for your bones, fat-soluble nutrients, saturated fat, cholesterol. Raw, especially, you're gonna get some HGH, some IGF-1. Not a crazy amount in just raw milk, but if you're gonna go for colostrum, that has a lot of IGF-1. In terms of the blueberries, you're gonna get antioxidants, some polyphenols, some electrolytes, some good carbs, some vitamins, minerals. And then the protein powder, you're gonna get whey protein. So whey protein is gonna be good for your glutathione levels. It's going to be good just for good protein intake in general. It's gonna be good for amino acids. Amino acids make your neurotransmitters in your brain. So a lot of people forget that, yes, the correct amount of amino acids are actually what makes a protein really high quality. So next we have the whole package, pretty solid, right? Organs, micronutrient dense. If you want to take it in supplement form, go ahead. Raw honey, another pretty decent electrolyte. And then salt, yeah, it's pretty solid. So Paul, I like the breakfast, and yeah, I like it a lot.
Mix it all up in the blender. I've got the stainless steel attachment from Vitamix to minimize plastics, and product actually use them every day. I wanted to get packaged sweeteners and protein extra.
We're not listening to his promotions, guys. I love Paul, I love his stuff, but we're not listening to this right now.
So yeah, stainless steel cup is actually my girlfriend's. That's not mine, that's hers. This may look like a lot of fruit, but I'm pretty hungry when I get back from surfing. I've been out there for a few hours. Most of the time, this second breakfast is eaten around 10 a.m. for me, so I've been up for a while. I usually get up around 5 or 5:30. I get out to surf by 6, 6:30. I'm in the water for a couple hours, so I'm getting the calories in. And no, I don't worry about fructose or fruit causing diabetes. There's absolutely no evidence for that. In fact, there's evidence to the contrary. All sorts of fruits and fruit juices improve endothelial function, decrease oxidative stress in the human body, improve DNA repair. So I think fruit is a healthy thing when it's eaten in proportion to your activity level.
100%. So he's talking about carbs, fruits, sugar. A lot of the carbs haters, the sugar haters, they worry about the glycation, and that does happen. And we can do a whole new video on that if we want to talk about that. But yeah, like I would not worry about a whole food form of sugar because glucose is essential, right? I don't think our body would be trying to create its own glucose when you don't get any. Gluconeogenesis. I believe so, that's right. Gluconeogenesis. And that just shows that your body needs glucose, needs to pump glycogen into the muscles. And man, beyond that, it's just like whatever nature gives us is an appeal of nature, but I think it's probably really good for us for the most part. So I think if you feel good eating that much sugar, I mean, he had a lot of honey, he had a lot of carbs this morning as well. It looks like an outside skirt steak, so that should be around like 42 grams of protein. It looks about 6 ounces, and he has more carbs from the tuber that he has right there. So it's a lot of carbs. I mean, I don't have that many carbs. I like to stay more on the protein and fat, and then carbs are just going to come in kind of with the meal, but it's not going to be overwhelming amount of carbs, right? I'm not just overwhelming myself with a bunch of sugar, but he lives in a different environment, so that could play a factor. He's in the water, in nature constantly, so that plays a big factor. I don't think there's a lot of evidence, like he said, showing that sugar from fruits, blueberries, papaya, whatever the case is, that it causes insulin resistance or prediabetes, right? Or diabetes in general, obesity. I think our body knows and can process those things because they're from nature, and that's what we're supposed to be eating. So, yeah, I mean, it's not a terrible meal. It's just a lot of carbs.
Definitely thinking about organic cantaloupe. Glyphosate is a huge problem, the pesticide. Over $11 billion in lawsuits against Bayer Monsanto, the makers of Roundup, glyphosate, that are alleging that glyphosate is connected with cancer. So I'm looking for organic food. Obviously, I would urge you guys to do the same. What you invest in your food, I think, is the biggest return on investment you can get out of anything. Buying higher quality food is going to cost you more, but you're supporting farmers that make higher quality things that support you and your family and your health long term. Not being healthy is the worst thing in the world. What's the point of having more money if you're not healthy enough to enjoy it? Also carbohydrates, I've got yucca. I've been experimenting with different carbohydrate sources. One of the things got started on recently, feel better with squashes made a certain. No, I don't do well with tomatoes. It makes me feel kind of arsenic fruit in a certain way. You containing multiple so to feel good. Trying carnivore for you, maybe salt on there. When it comes to salt, I think a lot about salts. We did a whole collaboration with the ABN.
Yeah, salts are heavily contaminated. So a lot of salts have a lot of heavy metals, a lot of just unneeded substances within them, right? Toxins, chemicals you don't need. So yeah, like he said, is very useful to look and see what your salt has within it, right? There's a lot of heavy metals in salt. There's a lot of toxins, arsenic, all that bullshit. You don't want that, right? You got to make sure you're getting the highest quality food. Just like I say, go and get grass-fed meat because that's the highest quality. And you know what you're getting for the most part when you go for a grass-fed steak. You're going for a very clean animal that lived the way it should live. So like he's saying, yeah, like aluminum, heavy metals, microplastics, all those things are found in salts nowadays, and you got to be pretty careful about that. What's going on,
Research Foundation separately, where we tested heavy metals in many salts, and we were surprised to find that a lot of common popular salts, especially popular salts in health community.
Bro, yeah, I remember I used to have Celtic sea salt so much, and apparently that's terrible. They have, as you can see, a lot of aluminum, lead, arsenic, and yeah, it's terrible.
Had significant amounts of heavy metals. I don't have any really appealing breakfast. I'm continuing to get extra protein.
Okay, so this is like a snack here. So what do we see? We see some bananas, egg yolk, some yogurt, some honey, and some lineage meat. I mean, this is fire. This looks like a meal I would eat right now, honestly. These meat sticks are fire. I'll give Paul that. I've had them before. Very good. They have beef, liver, and heart, all grass-fed. Tastes delicious. You can't even taste the liver or heart, and they actually have a good amount in there. Bananas, yeah, some potassium maxing, some yogurt. So you're going to get live and active cultures for your gut microbiome. That's going to be very healthy for you because your gut controls everything. It sends signals to your brain. I mean, yeah, your gut, guys, it's the center of everything, right? It's like the pillar of the building, right? If you don't have the bottom layer holding it together, you're going to collapse. And you can pin that in multiple aspects of health. But yeah, you gotta take care of your gut first. When you take care of your gut, everything reflects positively. So this is a pretty good meal. I mean, high protein, a lot of carbs again, some micronutrients from the egg yolks, selenium, riboflavin, B vitamins. So yeah, I like this. Choline, so, and then obviously liver and heart. So yeah, he's gonna get some CoQ10 from the heart. From the liver, he's gonna get some copper, which is hard to get from foods alone. So yeah, pretty solid.
I'll get a few of the meat sticks from Lineage. At this point of the day, some people comment, oh, you're eating a lot of sugar. Well, yes and no. Here's the deal. Processed sugar, stripped naked sucrose, causes dysbiosis at the level of your gut. Overgrowth, especially of gram-negative bacteria, leads to increase in something called lipopolysaccharide or endotoxin. That seeps into your bloodstream, and the resulting inflammation from increased levels of LPS can add fuel to the fire of metabolic dysfunction and insulin resistance. Honey doesn't do that. Fruit doesn't do that. So the bananas in here, the cantaloupe I had at breakfast, the fruit that I'll have at dinner, these do not fuel obesity. They do not fuel diabetes. They do not fuel insulin resistance. There's absolutely zero, read my lips, zero evidence that fruit leads to diabetes. In fact, there's lots of good evidence that fruit, even fruit juices, are healthy for humans. Obviously, you should eat carbohydrates in proportion to your activity level. And I'm an active human. As you'll see coming up at the end of this video, I'm going to show you all my calories. I'm consuming a lot of carbohydrates. But remember, I also surfed for 2 hours this morning, and I'm going to get a workout this afternoon between my midday work session and my end of the day work session in the gym. I'm going to go ahead and eat this. I'm going to get a little quick workout.
Okay, so I actually have a hypothesis. This just came to my head because I'm philosophical and I'm a genius, right? So pretty much I was thinking, okay, our ancestors, what would have been the easiest food for them to get? Vegetables, fruits, for sure. And fruits would have been the most easily accepted, right? It tastes amazing. Yeah, they would have loved fruits. And everyone loves fruits. Yeah, maybe our ancestors prioritized fruit more than we think, right? Maybe during the summer they had a lot more fruit than we even can imagine because it was the easiest thing to get, right? If something's growing on a tree, you just grab it, you freaking open it, and you eat it. But the thing about fruit, though, is like, yeah, you get some vitamins and minerals and some other, good carbohydrates, but you're not getting the biggest bang for your buck. You're not getting protein or fat. So, is it like a superfood? Potentially, but it's not a superfood in my eyes because protein and fat are the most crucial macronutrients to my opinion, right? So I think that when you really get those two macronutrients dialed in, you get your micronutrients dialed in, as long as you're not eating the processed sludge, right? And you're eating saturated fat, not PUFAs, and I fucking hate PUFAs. But yeah, like that's really what it is, right? So you have to understand that the foods that grow on this earth and have been here for generations for us, and they intuitively taste good and give us all the nutrition we need, yeah, those are probably the foods that we should be eating. Simple as that, point blank period. So yeah.
Gym, I might get a little work done, and then I'm gonna come back and show you guys what I eat for dinner. Okay, it's right about 5 p.m. I go to some...
Whoa, some asparagus. I'm just kidding. I actually knew that was on there, but isn't that crazy? Paul Saladino eating asparagus. I don't think I'd ever see that in my life. It's insane, but yeah, let's hear his explanation. Or does he even have one?
Really early in Costa Rica, so I'd like to eat at least 2 to 3 hours before I go to sleep. So now it's dinner time. I'm gonna finish eating by around 5:30. And yes, I will probably be in bed by 8:30 tonight because I get up around 5 a.m. or 5:30 to go surf. So what do I have here for dinner? I've got some grass-fed ground beef from the same local farm.
Bro, this guy loves honey, bro. He pours honey on everything. I love honey too. I can't lie. Like, actually, I think I pour honey on my burgers just because I saw him do this. It's pretty gas. Y'all need to try it out. But holy crap, he has so many carbs. I can't believe it. He has more smashed tubers freaking smashed up. I'll just call them smashed potatoes. Or smashed potatoes. Freaking mashed potatoes. Asparagus. He's got asparagus, and he has more carbs from the watermelon. So, I like watermelon, L-citrulline, and it's mostly water, and it's just electrolytes. So, yeah, I like watermelon a lot, but holy shit, how many carbs is he going to eat, bro? It's crazy.
Steak is amazing, but eating steak every day, even I don't want to do that. I want to get mix it up, and it's nice to have something that's a cheaper option. So, we got grass-fed ground beef here. I've got a little bit of the same Lineage honey on it, and I've got some salt. Meat is an incredible source of nutrients, guys, and I want...
Is he just not going to talk about it? Like, seriously. I can tell in his eyes, he's just trying to, rage bait or something. Not that I care. Yeah, bro, you can have asparagus and be completely healthy, but this is Paul Saladino, bro. He's, the #1 veggie hater in the world. And he's just acting so nonchalant. Paul, are you going to tell us why, dude? Or are you just going to sit there and stare at the screen? Let's see.
Say something here. I believe that red meat, grass-fed ruminant animals, cows, bison, elk, antelope, deer, these are the single best source, the cleanest source of protein for humans on the planet today. Hands down.
I agree.
Period T. End of story. full stop. So one of the reasons I like whey protein is it's very high in amino acids.
Are we kidding me? He didn't talk about the asparagus whatsoever. Whatsoever. Are you? He's got to be rage baiting. Is this like an ad or something? Are we gonna go back to it?
Called leucine.
Are we serious?
People,
not that I care. It's just like
women are leaving muscle.
Okay, yeah, I love protein powder as well, and I agree. It's high in leucine and methionine, which is crucial for muscle protein synthesis, right? Gaining muscle. But okay, whatever. I'll just let Paul do his thing, bro.
Weight loss on the table by not getting enough leucine throughout the day. What am I talking about? If you hit the leucine threshold, for most people, it's about 2.5.
Okay, I guess this is a good time to kind of talk about protein powder. I love protein powder. Okay, it tastes amazing. You can mix it with some high quality milk. It tastes great, right? The thing with protein powder though, guys, is a lot of people think just because they can freaking have 20 grams of protein in a protein powder, that does not equal a steak, because people are just misinformed with this, right? They think protein powder equals equivalent to a steak. Just because people think protein. But guess what? Choline, selenium, phosphorus, riboflavin, right? All these B vitamins, guys. Creatine, carnitine, anserine, taurine, B12, B6, actually abundantly found in animal foods, but some of those are actually not really found in plant foods, oddly enough, right? But pretty much, guys, is like, you guys have to realize, yeah, protein powder is really good. But you guys have to understand that there's 42,000 components in a single steak. So that it's not the same thing. Yeah, you might derive it from milk, right? Whey, it's protein. It's not just some like not protein. Like it's protein, but it's not equivalent to a steak. I don't know how else I can say that. So you guys got to realize, like, if you're gonna have protein powder, make sure you're having it with some high quality milk or something that you like, right? And well, I would say milk. And make sure that you guys are still getting your protein from like beef, chicken, eggs, bison, venison, elk, all those things, right? Because those are going to give you those B vitamins, the creatine, the carnitine, the anserine, all those things you need. And those things are crucial for your brain health, your eye health, your skin health, your muscle health, and your longevity, your hormones. So it's bigger than protein. A lot of people, I just had to go on a rant there because, and the problem with many protein powders, I can talk about this all day, is you get the soy lecithin, you get the guar gum, you get the carrageenan, you get all these unneeded ingredients that pretty much make the shelf life longer, but it also disrupts your gut. So it's not going to feel good on your gut. A lot of people are like, protein powders make me fart. Yeah, they probably do, because you got to look at the ingredients. When you actually take a look at the ingredients, you realize, okay, it makes a lot of sense why it makes me fart, because all these unneeded ingredients are just freaking in my stomach, just causing dysbiosis, and you just feel terrible. So you have to understand, stay away from the bullshit and start incorporating the higher quality foods. Like I say in every single video, it's like quality over everything, guys. And when you dial in the quality, you understand that that's really what matters in health, because you can have abundant amount of food and yes, you'll gain weight, but if it's quality food, your body's not going to react the same way if you had the same amount of food in calories, but it was just processed, right? It wouldn't correspond in the same way. So we're going to keep this video going here.
Grams of leucine in a meal, you stimulate muscle protein synthesis.
Oh, he's coming back to dinner. Okay, that was just an ad.
You're missing a big piece of this.
Here we go.
Liver here. I love
Talk about the asparagus.
I don't have to eat a ton. The hard and soil whole package I had with breakfast helps. And I got a little bit of raw liver. It's like an ounce. I'll do it a few nights a week to get the extra Oregon multivitamin. Got a glass of raw milk from a local farm.
Paul, talk about it.
Makes this raw milk. I've seen the
Paul, talk about it, dude. What is your problem?
cows. I've seen the goats, and I know that it's all clean, which is amazing. Back here, I've got some yucca. I'm doing it twice a day now because I feel better with more calories. I got some grass-fed butter on it. I've got some watermelon here.
Dude, he's talking about literally everything on his plate besides the asparagus. Are we kidding you? Like, he's rage baiting right now. He's got to be rage baiting. Like, it's not even the fact that he's not talking about it. It's just like, dude, you were going in order, then you just completely skipped over the asparagus and talked about the watermelon. Like, dude, just freaking just say it, Paul. Just speak with your voice, bro. Like, just be a man, please. Paul, I love you to death, but seriously, just say your opinion, dude. Why are you acting? Whatever.
Fruit at dinner, which is going to be refreshing at the end of a hot day in Costa Rica. And then we got some asparagus. Yeah, asparagus. I bet you guys didn't expect to see anything green on my plate. But like I said earlier in the video, I've been experimenting with a few new foods, and I feel pretty decent with asparagus. It's nice to get some variety, different flavors, and so I'm open to incorporating a few vegetables. I guess technically yuca is a vegetable as well.
Okay, I respect you, Paul. I liked your explanation. You just want to try it out. You didn't sit there and say that it contained a nutrient that you couldn't get in animal foods or some bullshit, right? You just said, yeah, I wanted to incorporate something new, and it didn't affect my what you had a skin condition. What is it? What I forgot. Your eczema. Yeah, your eczema. I remember you had that. You talked about how you flare up when you eat foods that kind of disrupt your gut. So yeah. If it doesn't disrupt your gut, you feel good doing that, Paul. Why not? Why not try some asparagus? Right? You're getting older. You have the freedom to do literally whatever you want. So yeah, bro. All credit to you. I know I was on your ass, but I love you, Paul.
Into my diet as long as I feel good with them. This is what I've got from the fruit.
Okay, so that's the end of the video here. So as we can see, he obviously hit his micronutrients. I mean, this is his macronutrients, but we know what he ate. So he still had micronutrient dense foods. He had steak, he had fruit, and he had some yuca. So that was like the main of his diet throughout the day. And yeah, Paul, I mean, you're hitting your micronutrients, right? You're doing everything the right way. You might be having a little bit too much carbs, in my opinion. I don't think you need that much, but as you said, and you know, carbs should be based off your activity level, and you seem to be pretty active. So, I mean, that's fine with me. If you feel good doing that, go ahead. Other than that, guys, Paul, I mean, not too bad. We all knew he was pretty healthy. He focuses on an animal-based diet, even though I think that was more like a carb-based diet, but fine. So guys, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you guys thought. Let me know if you disagreed or agreed with anything I said. And if you guys want to go check me out on socials, I'll put it in the description. Joey Nutrition on Instagram, Joey Nutrition on TikTok. I'd love for you to come check it out, and I'm always active on those socials. So yeah, as always, guys, stay healthy, follow for more.